How to choose best computer for graphic design.
Graphic design, video editing and animation require a lot of computing power. The question is, what is the best computer for graphic design? Let's check out. Design professionals need a computer that can handle heavy graphics without bugging, losing information or crashing. Graphic design encompasses a wide range of tasks, each with its own unique set of tools and computing requirements. Basically, the software tools used by graphic design are Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, After Effects, and Blender. According to the Adobe Photoshop website, the recommended specifications are CPU, Intel registered or AMD processor with 64-bit support, 2 GHz or faster processor. Memory, 2 GB or more of RAM, 8 GB recommended. According to the Adobe Illustrator website, the recommended specifications are CPU, multi-core Intel processor, with 32/64 of a bit support, or AMD Athlon 64 processor. Memory, 2 GB of RAM, 4 GB recommended. For 32-bit, 4 GB of RAM, 16 GB recommended. For 64-bit, according to the After Effects website, the recommended specifications are CPU, multi-core Intel processor with 64-bit support. Memory, 16 GB minimum, 32 GB recommended. According to the Blender website, the recommended specifications are CPU, 64-bit 8-core CPU. Memory, 32 GB. GPU, graphics card with plus 12 GB RAM. The best computer for graphic design will vary from designer to designer, but there are some key things to focus on: processor speed, memory, screen resolution, and, as you might not have heard, hard disk speed. When a graphic designer is looking for a computer, the CPU should run at least 1 GHz. If you have money to spend, get the fastest processor you can afford. Avoid lags or problems when working on a project, but 1 GHz is the minimum that needs to be searched for. Ideally, shoot 2 GHz or more. The recommendation CPU is Core i7. A better GPU will give graphic designers a much better graphics performance, giving you better quality images that you can work with. Having the best graphics card available can make it easier for you to display rich colors and striking visuals. There's no need for a high-end GPU for graphics design, but if you're serious about accurate colors, color grading, or do a lot of color setup and color grading for printing, then you might want a great monitor that can display a wide range of colors in 10-bit or higher. The recommendation GPU is GTX 1070 with at least 8 GB of VRAM. A lot of space is needed for printing resolution images, raw images, complex illustrations, and books with hundreds of pages and graphics embedded in them. HDDs tend to be cheaper than SSDs, coming in at about half the price for the same amount of storage. However, the SSD drive is much more durable because it doesn't have moving parts like the HDD does. A computer with SSD is running faster and programs are running faster. So, you should get at least 500 GB of SSD for your best graphic design computer to get you started. For the best graphic design computer, I would recommend a minimum of 8 GB of RAM. That might push it a bit though, and you'll be much happier with 16 GB of RAM, especially if you want to work on more complex projects, have more than one project open at a time, or if you want to keep different software and browsers and email programs open in the background. Based on the specification of graphical software tools, I recommend some best computers for graphic design. At the top of the different options offered by Apple, the iMac Pro is a beast of a machine at its high-end design, but like the Surface Studio from Microsoft, its biggest knock is the high price. If you can afford one though, the quality of the internal components are hard to beat. With a 3.2 GHz 18-core Xeon W processor, 128 GB of RAM, a 4 TB solid-state drive, and on top of all that, a Radeon Pro Vega 64 GPU. The 27-inch LED backlight Retina 5K display creates incredibly vibrant colors, which comes with some help of the maximum brightness of 500 nits as well as the wide P3 color gamut. The iMac Pro can provide a graphic designer with the tools you need to get all your projects done. Next, for best value Mac, I would recommend Apple iMac with 21.5-inch, 8GB RAM, 1TB storage and Intel Core i3 CPU. For best value PC, I would recommend for Acer Aspire AIO Desktop, 23.8-inch. The Aspire from Acer comes with a minimalist design. The Aspire comes with an Intel Core i7 CPU along with an Intel GPU. This doesn't make it out to be a powerhouse of a computer, but the 16GB of RAM, which is expandable, is definitely impressive. A 2TB HDD give you a huge amount of storage right out of the box. The main point of focus for graphic designers looking for a computer should be on the monitor the Aspire comes with. An IPS, in plane switching, display. This means that you are provided with really good color reproduction as well as wide viewing angles. The monitor is also provided with features that help enhance your experience and help lessen common issues. Exaccolor provides extra color saturation as well as contrast, while Blue Light Shield helps to cut down on the blue light that can hurt your sleep. The Acer Aspire is a quality desktop all-in-one computer that, while on the surface may not be the most impressive computer, the design, components, and affordable price make it one to consider. On the other end of the pricing spectrum, not everyone may be at the place in the graphic design career where spending a lot of money on a computer is feasible. If your budget is low price, I would recommend 4HP Pavilion Gaming Desktop Computer. An 8th generation Intel Core i5-8400 processor is tucked inside its case along with an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 GPU that has a dedicated 3GB GDDR5. As well as 8GB of RAM, which can be upgradable to 64GB to help your programs load quicker and your projects look amazing. A solid-state drive, SSD, provides you with 512GB of storage, which is large enough for even the biggest projects you need to get done. As a graphic designer, you will need a superb computer optimized for graphic design workloads for a quick and frustrating work experience. Naturally, talent and hard work will get you a lot further than just having a great computer, but having a powerful machine will certainly help you get things done faster. I hope this video lets you get some perfect idea to choose computers for graphic design. Thank you for your support.